Hello, so the first set of nodes I would like to show you are some basic color nodes. So what I picked was in here, add, gamma, multiply, and saturation. Most of them you can see in here in the regular 2D menu. And the idea is to mimic those behavior from 2D into deep, so we can just use them interactively. So let's get this example in here. So I got the add to the 2D, I got the DeepCAdd. And now if I just link that so I don't have to fiddle around with both, you would notice as soon as I add up the 2D one, which is just basically an offset, and check versus the 2D deep ones, that it does not match. Makes sense since we then don't have any deep samples in here, so we can't actually store any values in here. So if I check in here, they're just flat, and if I go up here, we get some deep samples. So that makes sense that we can't have actually values in here. If you have to mimic this behavior, all we have to do is go to the 2D one and just unpromote by alpha. So, and then we're gonna back up and running to the regular behavior. And then I can change color and it should look all the same all the way, since it's just a very basic offset. And as you notice, we try to match the interface, so we have like the knob name and then the knob's behavior matched from in the add. Same with the gamma, same with the multiply, and in the saturation there's also the drop down for the luminance conversion, and it's just a single slider for the overall since we can't have it in channel individually. So let's get these things off. The deep sample. So the add is basically just an offset again, then the regular gamma function. You might know that the gamma in here and the gamma in the grade node are a little bit different. So this one is on the gamma side, so on the regular gamma node. So let me link this one as well. Down here and check them out. So in here you can basically change the gamma, and of course what you can also do is masking. So if I do this one and just draw a really nasty mask in here, you see those are matching as well. If you need half transparency, you can do this obviously as well. I go and close and check those two, they are still the same. So that's the gamma. So regular gamma function, as you know, they work as the usual, but they're a little bit expensive in computational terms. Then the multiply, same procedure here. Do the math and just get it out a bit. You can kill entire channels, but the alpha will be still there in both cases. See in here there's a little bit left over, but that I assume is from this one. That's interesting. Ah, that's a spill. That's the actual light from the screen up here. That's interesting. Okay, and then of course, it's always the same procedure. We have a 2D flat input mask in, let me just try it real quick, in here, and you have also deep input, so in terms, you can use the side mask in here. It's not really seeing properly, yeah, or just don't bring out there. So yeah, so you have a side mask which is a 2D flat image like the regular roto mask, or if you want to have some mask already existing in your deep stream, you can just connect this one and say, hey, I have this kind of mat available, which I don't have in this case. So that's a very nifty feature, and those behavior are on all those color nodes, or basically on all nodes which are very simple in the deep one. So, and then lastly we got the saturation, also no surprise in here. Interface matches, we do have the slider, and then just kill the other ones. So if I go down a bit, you see we're matching this behavior, and then even if I change those, they are the same. So even if average, or if I want to have the maximum of each channel, I can do so, and they are still working. And lastly, proof that it's actually working with masking as well. So, and that's the very basic color nodes. They're not like super fancy, but it helps to get you started to actually transfer 2D behavior into deep. So we can actually exchange them as we need. And that's it for them.